On today's episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, we talk Season 12. We got a lot of cool things coming in the latest videos and or teases from Respawn. So, number one, we're going to talk about Mad Maggie. I think everybody wants to hear about Mad Maggie. But number two, in our longest discussion on the show this week, is the 9v9 control mode that we had a million thoughts about. So you're going to want to tune into that segment for sure. We also go into Grab My Bachelor and talk to Kyle about the weird talking phase and knowing that the person you're talking to might be talking to other people. Lots of interesting discussion around that. So without further ado, let's get into the show.
On today's episode of Is He Really Squatting Up With Him? A sweet local Lifeline main might be in the market for a new teammate. Let's meet Carter.
What's up, guys? My name is Carter. I'm a Lifeline main. I average 3.75 revives per game, 2.13 KDA. My hobbies are healing my teammates, reviving my teammates, and dropping some care packages.
All his friends and family say Carter is one hell of a lifeline, but one thing might be holding him back.
2 years ago, I found my Wraith main. Brian was perfect at first. I got so many kills with him, so many wins. I was reviving him all over the place. It was perfect. Until
things changed one fateful game when Carter didn't have a chance to revive Brian, and things went south quickly.
one game, Brian got knocked and he was just overextended, and I tried to get to him. I just wanted to fight the last 1v1. I was trying to tap the revive, and his ping, he was pinging so much. I just couldn't get to him. And ever since then, it's been different.
Let's meet Brian.
What up, guys? Brian, fucking Wraith main, no shit there. Obviously ranked way lower than I should be. I got like a 1.8 KD. I should have like a 9.7. You guys know how it is. TTV, check me out, Twitch TV at _BrianX.
When Brian met Carter, all of the things he wanted in life were there.
If he was running a little bit late or something and I did go down, he'd be right there to tap it as I went back through the portal. He'd be able to tag in and take some bullets for me while I was healing up. He was basically the easiest way for me to solo carry. It was awesome. But then, fucking one day,
Brian remembers that fateful game a little differently.
He could have came over. I had portal set up. It was like 30 feet away. Tap me. All you got to do is tap me. You can go down after you tap me. That's fine. He literally threw the game for that shit because he was too afraid to take a bullet.
Since that fateful game, things have been difficult for Brian and Carter might be in the market for a new teammate.
I just think I might need something new.
Carter will have a tough decision on his hands because his other teammate has brought a potential new option for him to be playing with.
Hey, what's up? My name's Kyle. I'm just a Gibraltar main out here, big shielding. I love helping out my teammates in any way I can. And then when I'm not playing Apex, I'm at the animal shelter helping out the little kittens.
Kyle is the polar opposite from Brian as a teammate, but Brian doesn't seem worried.
Yeah, no, I heard he's looking for another teammate. I ain't worried about that shit. Listen, dude, I carry him to too many fucking wins.
Carter and Kyle just finished their first few games together as teammates, and Carter had some thoughts on how the session went.
I really like being supported, and I really like the help that he brings. However, I just don't know how many wins we can get as a team, and I just don't know how it will work long term.
Carter and Brian also had a session together recently, and we'll see how that went.
Playing with Brian was like being back and home, but his ego and him being so cocky was just a little aggravating. I don't know if I could play with that anymore.
But now Carter has to make the tough decision.
Kyle, playing with you was fresh. It was everything I wanted. Your support was there. Your shields were amazing. Your ult ability actually works. It was just really fun. But you were just not aggressive enough. I just needed something else. Brian,
What?
playing with you, I felt like I was home in a safe spot with you. We got a lot of wins. I was reviving you. We were playing so fast. It was as if I should just have never even thought about doing this. But you leave me to die a lot, and I just want to be included in these gunfights.
Now for the final decision. Who will the teammate be? Will it be the Wraith main Brian, who always pushes too far ahead and sometimes leaves the game mid-match? Or will it be the supportive Kyle, who's always in your back pocket, ready to play right, but doesn't always push the fight that he should? Carter with the decision.
It's been a long night, and I think I could choose both of these teammates. They're both amazing in their own ways, and I know that the person who I don't pick, you're really good, and I want you to be happy. I just don't think I'm the right fit for you. So with that being said, Brian, I hate to say this, but you're my partner for life.
Fuck yeah, I knew it.
Oh, darn.
The dejected Kyle was pretty sad, but he has better days ahead.
I really liked playing with Carter. It was a lot of fun. I really just hope that I wish the two of them the best. And, oh, wait, hold on. I'm getting a phone call. Oh, it's the hospital. They need me to volunteer. All right. But anyways, I just wish them both the best. And it was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on the show.
Now, Carter and Brian are happier than ever, playing their games and having a great time.
Push and flank. All right. Hey, oh shit, I'm going down. No, fuck him down. Come tap me.
I'm coming.
Okay.
Got your tap, I got your tap.
Thank you. Oh, dude, you're always fucking there for me.
I got you, Brian.
I know you do, except for that one time.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Is He Really Squatting With Him? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, episode number 70. And boys, Olympus Army, stand the fuck up. Olympus is coming back. Holy shit. It's not just like we're getting Olympus back. We're getting a newer version of Olympus back. Now, there can be a lot of good and bad there, but something is happening up on Olympus land, and it's going to be a little bit different.
So is it being blown up like every other map?
No, it's not being blown up. Things are being added to it, and it's going to be a little bit interesting.
Olympus
So-
has risen.
Are you saying that there might be things that block sound?
Maybe. That's
That could be a
potential.
huge thing for ranked game.
Well, I'm thinking about it is like, remember we had the infestation last time, and the infestation can only get worse. So,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking's got to be happening.
There's also been some data miner leaks on things hovering above the hovering city, which is an interesting thought. And so there's lots of stuff going on, not just Olympus being back, but we also got Mad Maggie on the way.
Whoa.
And
How do we feel about that?
didn't like it at first, but it's growing on me because she bit a fucking metal rod and then spit a tooth at 100 miles an hour in someone's eye.
Bro, that's kinky as fuck.
That's
Mad
badass.
Maggie's sick.
Mad
Mad
Maggie's
Maggie's
fucking
fire.
dope.
You're
She's got the
pumped.
fucking dreads too.
As long as they don't have a ton of voice lines like they do for every legend,
She'll be
I'm
fine.
not going to be
She'll
mad.
be
As long as
fine.
as long as they don't give her the Rampart treatment, we'll be fine.
She'll be
Oh, God.
fine. It'll be fun. We also have the 9v9 death match to talk about, and I can't wait to talk about
so
that.
Crazy.
fucking
So
excited
that'll
for that.
that'll be awesome. But boys, before we get into the rest of the show, let's get into the Raise Energy question of the week. Don't forget to head on down to repsports.com where you can use code BANNER for 15% off all Raise Energy products. Boys, we saw Mad Maggie on trial for something that she had done. If you saw any of the other Apex Legends on trial, what would they be on trial for? Let's get into it.
Boom. Fuse,
too lit of a 4th of July.
True.
Yeah, at some point, it just becomes bombing the Midwest.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They have the most. They have the most lax firework laws, I think.
I think
For
so.
sure.
You can fucking buy
For the
anything
most
over
part,
there,
yeah, I think so.
short of like a cannon, an actual cannon.
But Fuse would bring that.
Yeah, he would bring that. He would. I said Fuse public nudity, just from like pissing outside. Fuse has so many different options because you could also say like public intoxication. You could say public, like I said, public indecency because he's naked half the time. We've seen him naked, not fully naked, but we've seen him like halfway naked.
It's pretty much mostly naked.
He slaps asses.
Yeah.
You got
sexual assault.
Sexual assault. You could have a lot of those.
Dude,
A lot of those.
Slapping ass, can't be doing that. In the
Yeah,
locker room,
I didn't get
mostly.
my ass slapped in school.
It's normally after.
Wait, what?
No. It was during the day.
Like
During
in the
school.
halls?
It was during the
Yeah.
day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do anything.
Yeah.
I would be in my class, be like, how can I sneak up on my friend to slap his ass? Let's bring back Slap Ass Friday.
For sure.
Speaking of throwing it back, Wraith for tax evasion. She's going to get a lot of money for throwing it back, and she's not going to pay her taxes. That's the only thing I could really think of.
She doesn't know how.
I don't picture Wraith as somebody who wouldn't pay her taxes. I think she would, but if she was going to get caught for anything, it'd be not.
I was
going to
say misproper use of portal.
Yeah, that they would have to make a new law for that. Mm-hmm. They'd have to write that in. Do you think if she did it the first time, but there wasn't a law for it, that they'd?
No, they can't go. If you've done something before the law was made, they can't go back and persecute you for the law that was made after.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So she'd get away with it the first time.
Yeah, the first couple times.
Yeah.
And then it would have to be like, that's no more.
No,
You know
no
what?
more.
Yeah, maybe
You
gotta
can't
change
fault
that
somebody
up.
for finding a loophole.
Yeah. What else we got, boys?
Bro, I got Gibraltar for destruction of private property. He got stuck going down the Mickey D slide.
Oh yeah, they had to cut him out.
Yep.
They had to cut him out. You think they charge?
Or-
That would be like he wouldn't
See-
go to jail, but he'd get fined.
Police.
Or the whole thing collapsed.
And the rules are clearly stated.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
can't be
shoes
above 8
off.
years old. Shoes
Can't-
off.
Shoes off. Don't eat 600 McDonald's burgers a day, and then you can go on the slide.
Yeah. Rampart. Brian. We've actually done this one a while ago.
Rampart? What did we say?
Rampart. You said chop shop.
Yeah.
I'm going to change it just slightly.
Oh.
So Rampart would be in trouble for doing the thing where, you know how whenever you go to get your oil changed, they change the oil, then they come back. Bro, I'm so sorry, dude. Oh, fuck, I'm so sorry. You've got 11 other things wrong that'll cost you about $6,872. Would you like to pay that in a check, or can we charge the card? They do that to you every time. Now, my stepdad used to work at a company where they would investigate that. He'd go undercover. He'd go into these shops and see if they were upcharging people, and he actually busted like a bunch of different companies for doing it.
For doing it when it wasn't needed.
When it wasn't needed, she would do that. That's
Yeah.
what
100%.
Rampart would do. Caustic? Did you have Caustic?
No, I'll fill in. I'll fill in the gaps.
No,
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I got one for Caustic then. Now, this one's a little different than normal. Okay. I said arson. Now, normally we would say something dumb like we do. We would say something like, he fucking had a bunch of orphans or blah, blah, blah. We would say that. I'm trying to switch it up and say he burned down the house that he was holding all the orphans.
100%.
He burned it down, so all the evidence is gone.
He got in trouble. He got arrested for running a red light
Okay.
with 40 orphans in the back of his
See,
car.
this is exactly. There
We
we
knew-
go.
we knew that was coming,
All right.
knew that
But
was
see,
coming.
I like how it went around it. Right,
Yeah.
you went around it like just a tad. It was just barely.
It was just a little bit. I have Loba for causing a 9-car accident on the freeway for wearing a swimsuit and walking alongside the freeway.
Okay, I like that one.
I have Mirage for just indecent exposure. I feel like that's the most Mirage thing that could happen.
Yeah. Okay,
Crypto for hacking the government.
That's
I was gonna say that,
very,
yeah.
very
that's
fair.
a good one.
Pathfinder for plugging himself into a hybrid.
Yeah, blowing it up, hurting it, messing it up.
I was saying just repeatedly plugging himself into a hybrid.
Oh, like fucking it.
I mean, if you want to put it that way, I just thought he couldn't get a good connection.
I feel like
Charge.
I feel like Pathfinder would get. Charged with like public damage to public property just from grappling around and like putting his fucking grapple and shit and breaking stuff. I could see that.
He gets charged for assault and battery.
Yeah.
For assaulting a battery.
Exalting a battery. Oh, shit. All right. Well, that should just about do it for the Rays Energy Question of the Week. Don't forget to head on down to repsports.com, reppsports.com, where you can use code BANNER for 15% off all Rays Energy products. Boys, we're going to head into our discussion, starting off with Mad Maggie. We're going to hit a quick ad, and we will see you guys on the other side. All right, everyone. Here we are getting ready to discuss Mad Maggie. Now, one thing is for sure, she's motherfucking crazy.
For sure.
She put her face on that fucking bar and then spit a tooth. Not, like, first of all, like, getting the courage to slam your face on a metal bar like that.
Not your face, her fucking mouth. She ate the
She
bar.
ate it. Like,
She
you could
opened
see
her mouth and fucking
You could
gripped
see her
it.
bite it.
Yeah.
Like, first,
How is that
hand-eye coordination's got to be crazy on that, number
First,
one.
Yeah. Second, how the hand-head coordination.
And head coordination.
Second, how the fuck she only knock out one tooth?
Wraith has had coordination too. I don't know. There should have been more probably, but I'm not sure. Like she's obviously insane, and it's kind of awesome. And I gotta be honest, boys. Like, we've hated on Maggie for a long time now, but after watching that and then kind of realizing the situation that she was put in, they were trying to move the story along. And we've seen them do this messed up thing with sound cues all the time where, you know, it's not Maggie's fault. Rampart had the same issue. So maybe we need to give her a second chance. As a podcast, I think we should give her a second chance.
I'm giving her a second chance just because that was so badass. Like imagine this: you're about to be sentenced to death, and like all your response is, "I'm gonna break my fucking tooth off and shoot it in your eye."
That's the other part that I wanted to bring up. Okay, the tooth shot. That
Top
was
Top tier.
That was Josh Allen-esque accuracy to shoot that thing directly into his fucking eye, and there was no arc on that.
No, that was a bullet.
That was a bullet.
That was a bullet.
That was a bullet.
It was so
Bro,
bad he got a fucking eye patch.
He had to wear an eye patch the rest of the video.
Bro, that had less drop than a fucking longbow.
Exactly. That is fucking insane. Some other things that she is. One other thing that I noticed about Maggie, she's addicted to saying her own name. She just can't stop telling people what her name is.
She's Mad Maggie.
Yeah, she always has to bring it up. Actually, the top comment on the YouTube video, her Stories of the Outlands video, was her
ultimate should spam the.
No, it was like her ultimate is telling people what her name is or something like that. Like there was so like she can't stop saying it.
She picks up a mag. She's gonna be like, "I'm Mad Maggie. Found a mag."
Yeah. Now, the other reason I think why I was so unhappy about Mad Maggie entering the games was we had a like kind of like a cloudy vision of what we thought she was going to be in game. We thought she was going to be explosives related because she's from Salvo. We had heard rumblings from data miners that there might be the EPG coming into the game, which is like an RPG. We had heard all these things, and I think Respawn took a step back and was like, wait a second, let's not put explosives into the game. Not to say that they still won't do it later on, but I think they kind of changed up what her whole mantra is, and they kind of switched it around. Speaking of her mantra, she is vastly different than what we all kind of thought. She's got some weird whip thing going on, and then it looks like she has some sort of shield. So let's get into that real quick.
So she looks like she has like a void shield, kind of like Wraith's ability, but it's like all voided out, and it's a shield. And I'm like, what can you do with that? Like, you know, like maybe she shoots a wall and like it absorbs bullets or something.
I was
like
going to
that?
say maybe it's kind of like you remember Sigma from Overwatch where
Yeah.
he sucks in any damage and it kind of boosts him a little bit. Maybe it doesn't boost, but maybe she has like a 2-second ability where she can suck up
So we're kind of
bullets.
thinking like a diva ability.
Yeah.
Where it just
That's
kind
a
of
better-
eats the bullets is
Yeah.
the best.
That's the better way to say it, actually, is
Yeah.
Diva's
That-
defense matrix.
Yeah.
Yes. That could be very useful depending on how much it will eat, like what the range of it is, like how wide does it cover.
Yeah, it's got to. You really got to figure out. Okay, is it only for that one person playing it, or what's going on? The other thing too is Fuse was very similar to Maggie, and remember his in-game teaser. It was like the little bomb that you shot it, and then there was the ring of fire.
Yeah.
her in-game teaser directly attributed to the phase tech, which is the planes fighting, the war going on. If you haven't heard it, you're crazy because it's been in every single
time
match.
on Store Point, there's a fucking jet.
Your eardrums are blowing out. And then it lands, and then you see like the tail of a plane with phase tech on.
Yeah.
It looks like phase tech. So that's what we have to assume is going on here. Brian, you have any other thoughts about what it could be?
I stand by. I think it has to do with something to counteract what Fuse is. One, Fuse is very relevant right now, being probably the best damage legend in the game. Two, we see a shield. I'm assuming the whip is probably her ultimate. I can't picture that being anything else. Badass. I hope it's her ultimate. So I assume that Kyle's probably right about it eating some sort of damage, some sort of amount of damage, or maybe defending against explosives or something along those lines, because that's something. What if she's anti-explosive?
Yeah.
And then that makes sense. Well, if you have an anti-explosive legend, 2 of them now with Watson, maybe a RPG can eventually make your, what's it called?
EPG.
The EPG can eventually make its way into a game, and it might actually tone down Fuse.
Let's get into that whip.
It's probably a phase whip.
What would a phase whip do, though?
Maybe it hits through certain objects. Maybe it's able to phase through certain.
Oh no! What if they do?
Physical
What if
objects?
they do the stupid thing? Remember when we talked about it, where like they could cut a hole through a wall, like phase through a wall?
Oh yeah, I don't know if they do that, but
I'm
maybe
thinking
it
maybe
goes
through-
through walls.
I'm thinking maybe through Gibby.
No, but look though. See, she's even deflecting bullets in this. Like she's getting shot
see?
at, and it's fucking deflecting off the shield.
Kyle, let me see. No,
Look.
Kyle, that's the sparks from
That's
the
the
whip
sparks from
being
the whip.
pulled out of the shield.
Hmm.
It's not a shield. It's a holster for it. See how it's all coming from one area right at the tail of the whip?
Yeah, that could be it.
It's coming out of there. I would say that's probably more likely than the shield itself. But I wouldn't be surprised if it goes through Gibraltar's shield.
That could be interesting.
Something where it breaks open a Gibraltar shield that is a impenetrable object at this point in time.
I feel like they would have to do more than just his shield. Maybe that's the main
I'm
focus of
thinking-
it, but maybe it goes through all.
Maybe it counters
shield.
the
All-
dome too.
I'm
The
thinking
dome,
that's what I
yeah,
mean. Dome.
yeah.
Dome is the one I was referring to.
So you got the dome, you've got Watson, pylons, you've got
Maybe it
Rampart.
cuts through the electricity on them or something. Or
Yeah, I feel like
you know,
it has like they
Ma-
know their main focus is Gibraltar's dome, but maybe they add in other things too to kind of make it seem like
A little
she's
bit,
yeah, like it could be really good, and especially in those bubble fights or something. If she's able to crack open dome,
yeah.
that could be huge. I could see it. I feel like it can't just play off of Gibraltar. Is the like worry for him? Maybe it one hits doors. I'm trying to think. Maybe it can break down a blast door.
If we're talking like it's a whip, like she breaks it out like as an ultimate, and then it would be the first like melee weapon ultimate.
Yeah, I've also heard rumblings that one of her abilities is, I think it's the tactical, is a throwing knife that gives you data. So say, for instance, you throw the knife inside a building, it'll do a quick scan, is what I've heard from like
So
some,
she
some
another
data
like a
miners.
so she another
Silver?
recon.
But I don't. But see, that's the thing is, I don't know whether to take these guys seriously or not, because the real data miners that we could trust, they don't leak anymore. They just, after last season's debacle, they have all but stopped doing that. They kind of just hint little things here and there. So they're not letting us know anything, and the only other info I can get is sometimes from TikTok, but I don't know how reliable that is.
Yeah.
So it's very weird to think about right now.
It's kind of
So
up in the air.
the new legends coming in the game. Every time we get a new legend, we get brand new ideas, a brand new play style, something that's very different than what we've had before. The most recent one was Ash, who plays her play style is very different, but similarities to things like Pathfinder and Wraith. So I doubt it's a movement based, whatever she does. I'm assuming that it's going to be damage based.
I'm saying tank. I think they're tired of
think-
having one tank.
I think they need another tank, and I don't think if they do the scanning knife thing, then there's just way too much scan legends. If I'm being honest,
Too much recon.
And plus they were trying to run away from the scan meta anyways. They're still trying to figure out how to deal with it. So I think it's got to be another tank, not like to counter Gibraltar, but just another tank that you can play in place of Gibraltar.
What if it's a support legend?
I mean, you could.
I mean, she's I'm assuming personality-wise, the lore, everything like that, and we know that Respawn cares a lot about the lore. I'm assuming it's opposite of Fuse. Not just flat-out opposite, but in the other direction. Fuse is all about applying pressure, putting damage, putting yourself at risk, not caring about it, and playing and making open areas feel very tight because of the amount of damage that's flying around the other team. While Maggie, what if she flips that? And it showed in the video she was giving to the poor. She was helping. She was taking in ways that are not conventional. She was kind of like a Robin Hood. Take from the rich, give to the poor, take care of those around you. There was no doubt that she cared deeply about Fuse. Even if they were just friends, there was still a very close relationship there. Mm-hmm. So she's a very caring person. What if she's a support legend? What if we actually get a real support legend, aside from Lifeline?
Well, they say that Loba's support, but she's not.
She's not.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, what if her whip heals you?
Kills you?
Heal.
Oh, heals you.
What if it heals your shield? The whip. Like she hits you with your whip and it's a full shield reset.
That'd be interesting.
That would actually be insane. Like, but you have to aim it right. Like,
that's what I mean. Like, it make it hard to hit. Make you have to be right on them type deal.
Something like Anna's grenade.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Or something similar to that. She's got the throwing knife, which would be probably a skill shot. But if you throw that on a healer, even if it doesn't give data, like it doesn't give information, I'm not opposed to her having like a little throwing knife that does something.
I think she's going to be similar to like a Gibraltar, where it feels defensive and you kind of feel a little bit tanky. And I don't know, man. You got to think they've. I don't know. This one's hard, man. We knew what Ash was going to be.
We knew what Ash was. We knew.
We knew what Seer was.
Most of the legends we've been able to pick down to what it actually is. I think Maggie's going to come out as a support legend.
That would be.
I think she's going to be more like a defensive style support legend, but still a support legend. Just like how Gibraltar, when we look at him, he's the most offensive tank you'll ever see, but he's still a tank.
Yeah. Well, we could speculate all we want, but we're probably going to get to know what she's going to be able to do in the next probably 5 or 6 days.
27th, so in 2 days.
In 2 days, we're going to know. So let's stick with what we do know. Apex Legends is obsessed with the blonde pompadour because her legendary skin leaked, and literally they gave her the exact same skin as Bangalore. They just copy and pasted it onto Mad Maggie.
The only thing they did was they gave her cool sunglasses.
That's where she got the Mad in her name. She got mad that she got the blonde pompadour.
The blonde pompadour curse.
That's her origin story.
That's dirty.
That's what happened to her. Also, it was cool to see a nod to Octane in there. It's Octane's dad that he hates was in the film. I thought it was funny too how they made Octane's dad look pretty much just like him.
And then
the
he's got the goggles too.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, why does this man have the goggles?
Yeah, exactly.
Do the goggles just run in the family?
Anything else about Mad Maggie before we move on to the 9v9 control mode?
I think I'm actually excited for her. I mean, at first we weren't excited about her because of all the voice lines and shit. But I'm actually excited to see what she comes out and becomes.
Yeah. I will say this, too. There's never been two people who deserve each other more than Fuse and Maggie. Think about it. Fuse is a crazy son of a bitch who, just blows shit up for no reason. They grew up together. Maggie... If there was any other person on this roster, you'd be like, who would slam their face into a metal bar and shoot a tooth out of their mouth? You'd say Fuse. That's exactly why they're meant to be together. They shared a grenade. That was like their cute little relationship thing. They had a grenade.
You were like, here, there's this golden grenade we have together.
Like real couples, they're just like, oh, this is our favorites. They have like a spot that they like to go to. They have like a tradition they do every year. They have a golden fucking grenade, and then.
Well, had
a golden fucking grenade. The other thing too is this chick slams her face and shoots a tooth out. Pain doesn't seem to faze her, and then the guy across from her, Fuse, had his arm blown off and walked out like it was not a big deal.
He's like, throw that away.
By her.
Like, throw that
he
away
wasn't even mad.
No.
They deserve each other. Make Fuse and Maggie when Apex is on season 38. Fuse and Maggie's kid enters the Apex games.
Wild.
That's what we need. All right, we're going to move on into the 9v9 control mode, and we have a lot of thoughts on the 9v9 control mode, good and bad. So we're going to hit a quick ad. We'll see you guys on the other side. All right. The thing I've been waiting to talk about all week. Well, I can't really say all week.
As soon as I heard about it, I was so excited.
I was fist pumping. I was at work. I was just excited. I was eating cup of noodles, chicken flavored, of course.
Fire.
I almost spilled it. I almost dropped it. Holy shit, this is awesome was my first thought. And then hours started to go by and information started to come out. We're not going to shit all over it. I promise you that. I know it seems like we do that a lot, but we do have some legitimate gripes about the mode. But let's get into the good thing here first, boys. This is awesome.
This is freaking awesome.
Infinite respawns.
Right.
Dude, like, that's something that's so different from this game. It's going to give it an entire different feel. It's going to be completely different. I'm assuming it's going to be like a domination type style.
That's what I'm guessing.
It's either domination, hardpoint, or King of the Hill.
I would love to see something like Oddball. Like, if they had some sort of objective that you couldn't have a gun and you kind of had to protect it, that would be really cool. I don't know if they'll do that, but
I literally just zoned back in. Are we talking about Halo?
No. No. It sounds like
9v9,
it, though, right?
but
9v9 in Apex. The other thing I'd like to see would be a capture the flag.
that'd be cool, too.
9v9 capture the
All
flag
right,
would be
well,
lit.
yeah, we're playing Halo.
Yeah, we're definitely playing Halo.
It's like Halo.
So that was awesome. The biggest thing that stood out to me was how many people. 9 versus 9. Okay. Now I don't know if
Wait,
they have
Their lobbies can get that big?
exactly.
Yeah.
What?
That's almost half of the VR lobby.
That's gonna
I
be,
know.
It's gonna be so funny when you drop into a game by yourself, just like perfect Apex fashion, like a 1v9. You're just walking immediately dying.
Oh god.
There he is.
Yeah, I could. You know what? I just foretold an event where they're gonna have matchmaking issues to start this
For sure.
in perfect
Yeah.
Apex fashion.
You know what? And that I feel like that's a good segue into the first issue
Yeah.
that we think we're going to have with this.
Oh,
is,
let me finish my 9v9 thought real quick.
Go ahead.
Just I thought the number was crazy. Did you guys not think that was a little weird? Like how they came up with 9 versus 9? I've never seen a game do that. It's usually like 5v5, 6v6. You know, like I thought it was very interesting that they went up to fucking 9.
I think it's because of the train. They already had it set to where 9 teams would respawn frequently, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They also had it to where 9 people in a lobby where you get to just kind of have the classes.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about
Yeah.
the pre-made classes we think that are going to be in it and things like that.
Yeah.
How many classes do you need to provide to 9 people? And I think that's plenty. I think that was the test for it. I think Winter Express this year was the test for this.
And I do think with 9v9 there's going to be so much strategy, but at the same time so little strategy. Like it's going to be so chaotic, but it could be controlled in a very fun way. It just depends. But at the same time, like you'll have your squad ready to go. Everybody's locked in. We're looking good, and then some squads playing with like 9 ramparts, and you're like, what the fuck?
No, that's the next thing I was going to get to. Do you think it's going to be to where you could pick the same character, or do you think there's going to be like each person has to pick a different character?
It's going to be interesting to see how they do that.
I
Probably
think
like an Overwatch.
I think it's
You think
got to
so?
be different
Yeah.
characters.
I think it's
for
got to
each.
be a different character for each person.
Now there could be a Gibraltar on the other team of 9,
yeah.
and your
Yeah,
team of
yeah,
9
yeah,
as well.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But you can't have 2 Gibraltars on the same team.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
So-
you see 7 Gibraltars
What
and
if they do it where
2
each 3-stack has
Their
their
own.
own like
Oh yeah,
rules?
like their
So
I think
you could
that's
each
team.
You
run
can
like
run
the same.
3 Gibbies, 3 Octanes, 3 whatever.
I
see,
I
Can't
don't-
name another
I don't
one.
like that.
Lifeline.
That would
I
be
don't like
I
that.
didn't
insane.
say I like it either. I'm just saying.
That would be insane.
No,
I'm
I-
here for the what if.
Listen, I would hate that.
Yeah, I think
that
Do
would
we-
no, they'll probably go all single
Are
legends.
the maps on the arena maps? Or
That's my next question. What are the maps going to be on 9v9? Like
It
what?
has to be larger than arena.
That's what I would think.
Arenas are not big enough for a 9v9. That is fucking.
Not-
that
They're
would be
perfect for a 4v4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like a 9v9,
6v6.
that would be. It's way too big.
Imagine overflow on 9v9,
Dude,
the lava map. Dude, there's no
You
way.
get
Not a
spawn
chance.
killed so much.
There's
There's
no
You're buying
way.
3 nades each, and you're just gonna.
You're just throwing them. But let's get into some of the gripes while we kind of figure out what we're doing here. Number one, I really was excited for this because to me, it's like, okay, we've had this clubs feature in the game for a while, but it's like you really can't play with that many people in your club. It's more of like a, hey, are you up type thing, hoping that the certain person you want to play with is, on and ready to go. And there's no private matches, so only 3 of you at a time. So if everybody's online, you really still can't play with them.
Yeah.
So my biggest thing was, are we going to be able to play with 9 of our friends? And I thought that there was a chance. And then this morning I had a listener send me a tweet that absolutely broke my heart. This was from the girl who created the mode or helped create the mode. Her name is at Callyrical. On Twitter. You'll still queue as a team of 3 and be matched with 2 other squads on your team. I hear you on the squatting up with more friends, though. So she ends it with like a little cliffhanger, like we hear you, we see what you want, but for right now, you're just gonna be squatting up with 3, and I think that's a huge miss.
I think that's horrible right now, but if it comes later,
it'll be worth.
I'm okay with that.
It'll be worth.
It's a huge miss because like a lot of games allows you to play with multiple friends.
Yeah.
And with Apex, it's like, oh yeah, 3 people.
That's the issue we run into all the time,
it's
right?
Like,
it's like,
you have
well,
BTB, you have like other like big team, whatever COD is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it allows you to have at least like 8 people. Like, come on, someone's always on the out, especially here. Someone's always on the out.
Yeah,
and it's always me.
Yeah,
I never get
Carter,
it.
you never get on to play.
You've never played with me. Carter, you have never played with me. Don't even try.
This is the tough part. Is
Crazy
it's
reason.
like if it's me and Carter playing, and then Brian and Kyle get on. It's like, okay, well now we have, or say it's me, Kyle, Carter, and then Brian gets on. Then it's like, all right,
Who's
well we
getting
have
dropped?
to split.
Who's getting dropped for Brian? And we already know who it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, Kyle.
It's definitely
Yeah, it's
Kyle.
me.
But then we have to split 2 versus 2, and then it leaves you with 1 rando on each squad, which is never a fun thing, especially when all the boys are playing. So that's the first big swing and a miss. And it really does suck. I think maybe there's some sort of server issues that they have to work out before that can happen. I hope it doesn't take, like the way she's worded that tweet, it sounds like they know, but at the same time, it's like, okay, well, how long is it going to take before we actually get to see it?
On that side, I would like to say I'd rather them fill it as 3 squads of 3 than give us a broken system.
Yeah.
I'd much rather them give us what they're doing right now than give us a system that the server's going to fucking crash on launch.
Yeah.
They'll at least give us something that works. Give me a toy I can fucking play with, not just look at.
Yeah. But this definitely needs to come into play. It has to. Like, to be able to play with all of your friends, to be able to have, especially with no private matches, and there's no other way that you can play with your friends, this has to happen.
Yeah.
Imagine the top third of your club actually being able to go and play against an entire another club.
Not just that, but it would make for so much better games and so much better gameplay, so many different comps, so many different things. You could actually have like a competitive scene with it if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
Imagine at the pro level, a 9v9 at the pro level where every legend was had a different like skill set.
Yeah.
And you had to actually base it around that and make designed pushes, and as a team you couldn't just frag in. In arenas, you can have one player absolutely carry a team and get every single kill in every single round. That is something that is possible.
Yeah.
In a 9v9, there's not a chance.
There's no
way.
There's no chance.
Yeah, there's no way.
But the amount of teamwork that would be forced to come out of that would be awesome. I don't think that 3 teams of 3 can have that teamwork with each other.
It's going to be so hard.
Think
about, I was thinking about this earlier. Think of how toxic the lobbies are going to be.
My God.
Dude, it's going to be Overwatch levels of
Dude.
toxic. Fucking screaming at each other, sending death threats. It's gonna... So that's the first big miss, I think, not being able to get 8 of your friends with you to play this mode. I think that's the first big thing that they need to fix. I think that goes above a lot of other things we have going on in the game right now. Like, I would rather have that come in than something like
I'd rather them do that than fix comp.
Yeah, that's
I'd rather
actually
them
perfect.
do that than fix the competitive scene.
I would
the
rather
rank
have
scene.
that. I don't give a fuck about competitive. I know a lot of people do, but like I really don't care about it. I would much rather be able to play with 8 of my friends on a infinite respawn game mode where I could just keep running and gunning and having a great time. That's the other thing, is this could be this could be sweaty as hell, but it could also be very relaxing and therapeutic to just run out there, die, run out there, die, run out there,
It's
die.
like COD, but better.
It's like Call of Duty, except it's way better because it's Apex.
And you got a chance to actually fucking live.
Yeah, exactly. So that's also going to be interesting, too, is how the dynamic plays in with
the heals.
With the heals.
I'm curious about the heals. I'm curious about
There might be none.
the cooldown on abilities, if there are abilities available.
They got to have heals, man. There's no way.
I think they have the small heals, small infinite heals.
Can I just say, I cannot wait for our future episode where we're breaking down the rules when we finally get them.
Dude,
I
it's
can't
gonna
wait
be
for
so
that. It's
sick.
gonna be
I'm so
sick.
excited, dude. When does this patch drop?
I have 27th.
27th?
Wait, no.
27th is the release date for Maggie's video where they release her abilities and shit.
Okay, never mind.
when
I
is-
don't even fucking
This comes
know.
out February 8th, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So I think that's when it shoots out.
Let's move on to the next big miss on this, is that it's only 3 weeks long. And I guess that's not really a big miss because it's like, it's more of like, we like it so much we want more of it type thing. But you got to think it's for testing.
It's got to be for testing.
Why call this an LTM? Call it what it is. It's a beta test.
Yeah, they did
They've done it before, and the community loved it. We received that as a community.
It was beta for crossplay, and
Yeah.
they called it the crossplay beta. If you called it the control beta, we were like, "Oh shit, this is fucking coming for sure." You know, like we'd be way more excited.
We'd be so
I think.
excited. The glitches that are in it, your fan base would be way more understanding about, because you're not saying it's a finished mode; it's a beta.
You're beta,
and
yeah.
we're trying to help you find all the problems with it so you can fix it. Like just be open with us and tell us this is a fucking beta. We know it's a beta.
That'd be awesome.
Like-
That'd be the best way to put it. I
Yeah.
mean, whoever's
would you not?
running like their
The marketing. That's the
is
market.
just- I've said this since like we started the show. Their marketing team makes zero sense because they just do the weirdest things sometimes. Like the only thing I think they've hit on was calling the crossplay a beta.
Yep.
They've had a couple other things
There's
where it
a
wasn't.
few.
Well,
bad.
okay, I will say the
Like-
stories of the Outlands are pretty hype.
Yeah,
those can be cool.
They're really good. They put a lot of their time and effort into certain things, but none of it's in public relations.
No,
No.
definitely not.
Whoever's in charge of that part of that department needs to step it up a little bit.
Let's move on into the next part of it, which is the classes. Boys, we have never been more spot on a take than when we said that Winter Express classes were directly influencing something coming into Apex. We fucking shat on that take. We were spot on that. Now, I would like to point out one thing that would be nice. Maybe at some point they give us some sort of creative class where they kind of limit what's available, and maybe you get to pick stuff. That'd be cool in the future, but I'm not complaining about the classes because I thought they were pretty balanced throughout Winter Express.
I thought that they were great too. There was like 5 classes. There was like a long range one, a mid range one,
Close range
close range.
and specialist.
I also like
Specialist.
knowing that the other person who's rocking the same loadout, we have the same loadout. So when I do beat them, I'm like, I am better than
I'm
you.
better than you. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It evens the battlefield.
Yeah.
It does. And that's actually, that parity is something that is really nice to be able to say. A lot of games aren't able to create that with their gun classes, especially pre-made ones. So I really do enjoy the fact that that is a real thing that this game is able to do. And that Apex has done a great job of doing. They balance guns very well, except for LMGs.
They just
balance
can't
guns
figure
really
LMGs
well.
out.
Yeah.
LMGs are fucking their Achilles
But that-
heel. You know what's stupid about LMGs? They call them light machine guns. Those look like the heaviest
They
guns.
Those
look
are
so
the
heavy, but
heaviest.
are they lighter than a machine gun?
I don't know. That's the
Doubtful.
crazy part. I just think that you want to know. We talked about Apex marketing department being bad. Whoever named those, terrible. You might as well just anybody who's new to any video game say large. Just say large. It makes more sense.
Yeah, way more sense. Definitely large machine gun makes way more sense than light machine gun.
Wait, what happens when they drop the LMG with light ammo?
There's no LMG with light ammo yet. So
I saw something. I won't say it.
saw it
I saw
too.
something. I
It
think-
was it that one? That
yeah,
one thing? Okay,
yeah.
cool.
I saw
Does
it.
it look-
Imagine not being in the inn.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I
not-
know.
this
Tough.
fucking guy.
Listen, the
Never saw
RPK
it.
is coming.
Yeah. All right, boys. Anything else? Overall, I think we're glad to see that this is heading into the game. Like this
100%.
is a great thing.
Yes.
This is exactly what we want. We don't know if they're going to be good yet, but it seems a step forward is always good, even if it ends up taking you back a little bit, because you learn lessons along the way. Right here, we're getting a new game mode. we've talked about how much we don't really care for arenas, and BR can get a little bit boring. Now you get an infinite respawn game mode. You got to be glad. You got to be happy with this.
Honestly, I'm really glad about it, especially because arenas, dude, just makes me want to tear my fucking hair
I hate
out.
Bro, I hope that it's just a straight plug and play replace arenas.
What if they just replace arenas
Bro,
entirely?
I honestly
Oh,
think
shit.
I think that'd be one of the best things they could do for the game's health right now.
Dude, that'd be so
Get
fucking
rid of this
funny.
game mode that nobody plays, because nobody really plays it extensively.
No,
We
There's-
play it for the gambling and stuff like that,
that's it.
but we don't like nobody really wants to sit there and grind and sweat extensively. Now in a 9v9, how much are you really going to try to sweat unless you're 9 stacking?
I'm sweating.
I'm gonna sweat. I'm gonna
getting that
sweat.
No,
Well,
but like even when you
fast,
sweat,
just
if you're going against
insane.
9 people, like how much
I'll
are you really
1v9,
going to be able to
I
do?
don't
I think you can get
Carter,
like,
you
a
would
good
not
KD.
1v9 a team.
He might.
There's not a fucking chance you 1v9 a team.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if there's like a clip. It's just
Bro, there's
Carter
not a-
just
listen,
1v9.
there's not a
1v90
chance that
on
you-
CTF, best flag runner there is.
drops the flag, fucking caps the dude,
Oh,
picks
God.
up the flag.
I want oddball. So,
I-
last note I want Skulltown on this.
Yes.
I need the up. You get stuff up top.
verticality,
You got
the-
stuff on the bottom. You got door play. You've got building play.
Oh, dude.
Oh, dude, you need Skulltown in here.
In a
all
9v9, that's great. I honestly think that it would be best. The best way to use these old POIs would be in a 9v9.
Yeah.
Bring them at
Thunderdome.
Like-
bridges.
Oh, I love
Bridges.
It. Don't.
Bridges
Like, just
9v9.
picture-
You spawn on
picture
the opposite sides,
domination.
capture the bridge.
Oh fuck! Give me Big Blue Dick 9v9. That would be insane.
Insane.
Just
It's-
straight down.
That's like straight narrow.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Bro, that'd be
imagine.
crazy.
Bro,
Give
and that's
me
the
it.
thing.
Wait, hold on. That's
Imagine-
actually a good
That's actually a really
Yes.
good.
good ass map.
Imagine trying to capture B. Is right there in the middle, and people are
Dude,
just firing
just
down the
capture
middle.
shaft.
Yeah, it would go. Well, I would want to spawn balls, or I'd want to fight balls. I wouldn't want to fight tip on.
No.
you don't want to be tip.
No. Imagine.
You'd have to play out an upper shaft.
No, forget the domination part. Think of it as a hard point.
Yeah, start off in
Hard
the
point on
balls.
BBD.
Yes. You'd probably want to start off in the balls.
You would have
Um,
to have some sort of outside area.
Yeah, just
and
like the
then-
little
The
edges.
little
Yeah,
edges
and
where you
then
can
have to
rotate
put a
and stuff.
Point out there.
Yeah. Start in the balls. Kind of
'Cause then
work
it
your way up
becomes a-
to like the shaft.
What if you
rotation.
included that little city in the just to the what is it?
Oh,
to the
just
right
right
of it?
Bring
there.
it closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring
Br-
it closer.
So, well, the movement's really high in this game. I don't know if you need to bring it closer.
No.
Maybe center it more.
Yeah.
No,
But
that
I-
little
Center,
city.
it's kind of.
No, I mean
No,
center
it's
it on the
right next
shaft
to the
more. It's
balls,
closer to the
isn't it?
balls.
Yeah,
way
no,
closer to the
center
balls.
it, but also
I don't think it
bring
needs.
in a little
I don't think it needs to go in that much, just because the movement in this game,
It's
with
just
the portals
rotation,
and
though.
Dude,
Rotation
imagine-
will dig
I'm-
you down.
bro, imagine
sure.
9 people rotating through a wraith portal at one time.
Oh shit! Just
Dude.
watching it.
Yes.
Having
Imagine
like a-
9 people.
Grenades on it,
Dude,
like,
no, like you just send the Ash first. Like you don't even care. Just send the
Having-
Ash first and have her ult out of it to do a double rotate with free pass.
Having your Gibraltar Spitfire just shoot down the portal while everybody comes out the other side and just starts dying.
Bro, another thing to talk about: care packages. Will they be in this?
There's so many things.
Dude,
Just
I
give me
literally-
Skulltown. Give me
I-
Skulltown to start.
Dude,
Give me
I
Skulltown
texted
to
you
I'm
a
start.
just
list of
picturing
variables
B
earlier.
being
I
a
was like,
being a skull town on the skull town map, just being the top of the middle building. Like when
Yes.
you're
Well, that's the
fighting
thing.
Oh,
shit.
fuck
That
yeah.
might be actually bad.
I kind of
With so many legends in this game that can take high ground and like
oh, name
Bangalore,
2.
Pathfinder,
Fuck.
Revenant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if,
Pathfinder, Revenant,
I
Horizon.
kind of wish they
Ryan,
just
you're
take
so
ults
smart.
out. I kind of wish they just take ults out.
I don't know if we take ult.
I don't
out.
know if you take ults out because
I-
like,
I'd rather have abilities than ults.
well, think about it.
I-
Like a Gibraltar ult to get you off of B, so you
Well,
can
if
push
it's
it.
a
What
kill
if-
streak ult,
What if it's
Oh,
a
kill streaks.
I was
That
like-
would make sense. That would be much better.
kill streak ult would make sense? Or what if it was a?
Kill streaks
do-
is the best way to do it.
I don't know if kill streak's the best way.
Well, dude, like think of all the legends who have the absolute best ults in the game. Number one that comes to mind is Gibraltar. I don't want him just running around throwing it willy-nilly.
We'll make their ult have to cost more points. Don't make all the ults parity, but do a score streak so that capping points, like playing the objective of the game, is rewarded, and then make it so that
rewarding the OBJ player because he can't slay. What a
no, and
punk ass.
but increase assists as well, because sometimes you guys have seen it. Not getting the final bullet in someone, you could have 130 damage
I
and
never miss.
like 5 kills. Kyle,
It's your
What
last
do you
shot.
mean?
Kyle, that was you the other night. You had 130 damage and 5 fucking kills. You
If
piece
you
of
have
shit.
high assists and you're the OBJ player, you suck ass.
Well, not if you're the OBJ. I'm saying, like, what if you are a fragger and your other team is just, like,
Be better.
happens to be getting the final bullet on things?
I'm a 5-tool player. I'm all of it.
I'm a last bullet player, honestly.
All right, I cannot
Shoot
wait.
until they're-
all y'all punk ass.
I cannot wait till we actually get the rules so we can
Oh, it's
break
gonna be
this
so
down
great.
like inch by inch. And it's gonna be so awesome just to have something like this in the game. All right, we're gonna head in to grab my Bachelor, where we're gonna talk to Kyle about some of the weird phases of early dating life. So we're gonna hit a quick ad.
Like the
oh
bi
wait,
phase.
hold on. All right, that should just about do it for the discussion. 9v9 team deathmatch. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited? I keep saying team deathmatch. It's control. It's not team deathmatch. It's control. What do you guys think? Send us some DMs. Talk to us about what you guys think. Interact with the boys. Talk to us. Say what's going on in your mind. Something we might have missed. We're going to move into our favorite segment is Amaranth Live.
Does she? Oh, the double ear.
Oh, right on his ear.
no.
Please
Right in my
no.
ear.
no.
Right in my
Double
ear. Double ear. Well, hold on. We got to watch this ad.
What happened
What?
to you by the best place to listen? Wait, what?
ASMR licking ears.
Oh, God, no.
Double.
Oh my God!
Wait, does she do this like all day?
All day she does.
She doesn't
this.
have like calluses on her. Like what?
She's got to have calluses on her
What
tongue.
is she doing?
This. If you heard what I'm hearing, it's gross, bro. It is straight up gross. Here, watch. I'm gonna
Dude,
take
I
this
don't
off.
want to watch.
What the fuck, Wyatt?
Why is she so wet with it?
I don't know, bro. All right, Amaranth. She was live. Her record on the season is 2-1 live.
Yeah.
That is 2-1
Oh.
live for the folks counting at home. All
Fucking
right.
traumatized.
Brian hates mouth noises.
Fuck.
I know.
Bro,
I
I
can still hear
that's
it.
ear piercing to me.
All right, we're gonna head into Grab My Bachelor, where we are gonna talk about some of the weird phases that you can get into with early dating and how Kyle can move around those situations. We're gonna hit a quick ad, and we will see you guys on the other side. Love, the universal language. For some, love comes easy,
Could she be the one?
but for others, love doesn't come easy.
Sometimes, I don't think I'll ever find love.
Follow us as we take one man through his journey
I just want to find the one.
to find eternal and everlasting love.
I'm just tired of being in this bed alone.
There will be some highs
I like long walks on the beach.
and some lows,
Oh, I got a text. It's not from her, though.
but in the end, we hope to find love.
I just want a girl that completes me.
Welcome to Grab My Bachelor. All right, here we are. It's Grab My Bachelor time. Kyle, how are you feeling?
I'm good.
Good. This one's going to be a little tougher this week, Kyle.
I've never been in this situation, so I'm just like an observer. I'm just gonna ask some questions. That's all I'm gonna
You're a
do.
student.
You're a student.
I'm a
today.
student in class.
A Padawan.
Yes.
Padawan.
I am a Padawan.
There you go. So
Here
boys,
comes Anakin.
So, boys, now, here's the thing. We know for a fact that when you start getting out there and when you start dating around, it's almost like you're a draft pick. Are you going to be a high draft pick? Or maybe you're a mid-round draft pick that ends up becoming a 7-time Super Bowl champion, 6-rounder, right? You never know what could happen. You can meet the love of your life who you thought wasn't like a big deal when you guys first started dating, and then they come on strong, and you're like, oh, shit, like I actually really love this person. Or it can kind of be like, I really like this girl. I can't wait till we go out. And then you're like, oh, that's a giant dud.
And it
happens.
And it goes both ways,
goes both
guys
ways.
and girls. Guys can be seeing multiple people at a time.
Yeah.
That's a thing. That is a real thing. And girls, or guys, same thing. Girls can be seeing multiple guys at a time.
Yes.
Just kind of seeing which one is going to pan out to actually be a relationship.
So as Brian alluded to, Kyle, the situation today, what to do when you're in the weird phase where you're dating someone that you like, and they maybe like you, but you also know, and they also know, that You're not exclusive yet. They're
There is-
still dating others.
There
this
is
like
no
the difference
commitment.
between talking and dating.
Pretty much. It's
Pretty
like
much.
Okay.
if you want to narrow it down,
This
it's
is like
talking.
the high school that's talking.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It's like you guys had a great text conversation the night before, but then you heard at school that, or you see her at school and she's still hanging out with that one guy.
Fucking Chad.
Yeah, that one Chad
Ah,
who's like
fucking Chad.
He's like a
Fucking
little.
hate
He's like a
Chads.
little bit better looking than
He's
you, only
taller
just
than
because he's
you.
taller, right?
Has a better
Ah.
haircut than you.
Yeah, you're like, where did he get his
Somehow
fucking
he
haircut?
can grow a beard in high school, and you're like,
You're
what?
like, dude, I can't even fucking
Can't
grow
compete
chest
with
hair. Like, I
this.
can't do anything. Yes, it's exactly that. So, what to do in that weird situation? Let's get into it, boys. Now, it sounds easy when you hear it, but in practice, it's much more difficult.
Question: what if they're dating somebody that you know?
That's what makes it hard.
I don't think I'd be able to do that.
I want to be able
Well,
to do that. What the
but that's
hell?
the thing. That's the
That if they're like dating my homie, there's no way.
Well, first of all, I don't.
You don't
I would
date
maybe
each
it's an
other's homies.
acquaintance.
no,
It's not a homie,
even
but-
if it's an acquaintance, like if I have like a friend that's like a friend of mine, and they're also dating the same chick that I'm dating, like that kind of feels weird.
dating or talking to.
Talking,
No,
talking,
it's
we're
talking.
talking to. Okay,
So-
whatever.
That being said, when it feels weird, are you saying it feels weird? Okay, I need to have a conversation with my homie, or I need to have a conversation with her and find out what the hell is going on, or am I just out entirely?
I think if you ask a question, it can lead to this. This is why I say stay the course, because when you ask that question, now you've put that first foot over the line. And like you can come back from it, but you put that foot over the line. Now the word is out. Like you asked either her or the guy that something's going up, right? Now they can have that conversation, be like, "Hey, he asked me about this," and then you can get murky.
Well, yeah. See, like you don't want to do that where it's like I want you to choose me or my homie. Like I feel like that's so like
No, I'm not saying
that's
that.
so like third grade or whatever.
No.
Like there's no way.
So there's also the thing to be said is like, if you're at the point where you're like, okay, I like this other person, I could see something happen with them, but we haven't had that conversation where we want to be exclusive by any sense of this. That conversation needs to be had. You need to decide in that moment, do I want to pursue this or do I not? Because if I don't, then I can't give a shit about this. And if I do give a shit about this, then I probably want to pursue this more than I actually think I do.
Yes, and that happens a lot.
And
That's
that-
actually on my notes.
And then it's actually following through with your thought on that and actually having that conversation, because they may not be in that place and they may say, no, this is just a friend thing. This isn't happening here. And you have to be willing to accept that, but you have to be willing to make yourself vulnerable to have that conversation to start with.
You want to know what you need to think about here, Kyle? Nothing good comes easy. Nothing good comes easy. It's going to be hard, and that may be this phase right here. That might be the hard part. Sometimes this is where it comes in. Like, how many times do you hear couples being like, oh, well, you know, this girl or this guy that I was dating, like, very outgoing, you know, talk to everybody, and maybe I wasn't that way, but I had to kind of figure out, I had to traverse my way through and do things like I had to learn a different side of me.
Uh-huh.
But it's hard. It's not easy.
Well, no, but like I see what you mean. It's just it'll be difficult, but I don't think it'll be that challenging.
It's
Well,
challenging.
Well, even then, like that, going back to what the actual topic was of what do you do in that situation where you see the girl that you were interested in, and it is mutual. What do you do in that situation? Do you go and have that conversation with them and say, hey, because clearly if they're dating other people and you want to pursue something with them, knowing you want them to stop. Now, I mean, there's relationships out there that don't do that,
Yeah.
but that's not you. I know you well enough to say, Kyle, I know that's not you.
Nah.
So do you have that conversation with that person, or do you let that person go? You need to be able to make that decision and be okay with whatever decision you make at that time.
Okay, what do I do if, like, say we just go out to the bar just to get some drinks or whatever,
Yeah.
okay? And I show up at the bar and I'm sitting there, and then, like, say like we're just chilling or whatever, and I get up to go to the bathroom, and there she is, and she's sitting with some other dude at like a booth or something, and they're having dinner.
Oh, this is good.
Like, what do I do then?
There's
Like,
a few plans of action.
Do
here.
do I walk by the booth and just pretend like I don't see her? Do I like do a power move and walk up and say hi? Like, what do I do?
I feel like,
you know,
oh, that's
I walk
situational.
up, I walk up, I grab that fucking guy's beer. I look him directly in his eye, and I drink some of it, and I put it back on the table. That's what I do.
that's a bar fight waiting to happen.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Bro, I don't
No,
care.
you don't have those balls.
I don't
You
care
have
who you are.
balls.
If you do
There's
that
no
to my
shot.
drink, regardless of the situation
We're
with you,
fighting.
you and my lady,
Yeah, we're
like
fighting.
you don't drink my fucking beer.
You go. Hold on. You go into the bathroom. You get big. You just make yourself look
Jack
big.
up.
Yeah, you like
Just pump out some push-ups.
like instead of looking at yourself in the mirror, you're looking at a grizzly bear, and you're just trying to get big, like they say in the fucking survival shows. You walk out there. You look him in the eye the whole time. You just drink that beer. Set it down. Walk away. See what he does. Because now if he tries to start a fight with you, now especially if you knock his ass out, that'd be so
Yeah,
funny.
but if I don't
No.
knock his ass out and he knocks me out,
Yeah, but
You get knocked
even
out.
then, you instigated on that.
Yeah.
You definitely instigated,
It's
and
always
that
the
that
second
never
punch.
looks good.
It's always the second punch.
Yeah.
Instigation's one thing, retaliation's a whole nother.
Yeah, because he's going to punch first, and then you have him in the vulnerable
no,
state.
I
No, no,
initiated
no.
though because I drank
Initiating
out of
is
his
the
beer.
drinking.
Yeah.
He is retaliating.
That makes
The
him
way a
look
lot of
better
people
to the
view
girl.
it is
No,
it's the
no,
retaliation.
no,
that's
no.
the issue.
You got okay.
What?
When you knock a dude out, no matter what,
We're not-
she could love the guy. She's falling for you now.
What?
That's
Has
how it
I don't
anyone
know if
at
that's
this
how that
table
works.
Knocked out anyone?
No.
I've never
We
even
don't
been in
know
a.
this.
I haven't been in a fight since the 3rd grade. I'm not
Listen.
winning any fights
Listen,
anytime soon.
Kyle, we got to get out of our human mindset.
Kyle.
We got to get into the caveman
No,
mindset.
Kyle. My
God.
pittiness
Kyle,
is
ignore that.
You ignore. You don't even look her way. You make sure she sees you. You make her feel super awkward, and you just live with that feeling of fuck yeah. I made her feel awkward, but then you'll feel like a piece of shit.
If she ordered,
But she feels awkward.
if she ordered food, just start eating it.
Hey, as,
No.
While she's over
Kyle.
there, just start eating her
Is that a
food.
power
Kyle,
move?
Here you go. Ready?
Order
No,
the
that's just
same
I was
food.
hungry.
No. Here's the thing. Do what Carter said. Ignore it. Enjoy yourself. Have a great time by yourself doing your own thing. Whatever you were there to do, keep doing it. When you get up to leave, pay for their tab.
No.
Oh
Fuck that.
no, yeah.
You do the you invite.
just send her the drink that he didn't know how to order.
Oh, send a drink to
or
her.
Send-
you call
I
her.
think just sending a drink to her is a power move.
No. Send her her favorite drink that he
gotta
didn't
know
know.
It can be a power move, but I also feel like I think it was a power move from like 99 to 2010.
What?
Now I don't know if it's a
No, no.
power
If it
move
was a
anymore.
power move, the guy would
the sending-
just drink that, look at you.
Yeah, because
and
he
just
could
wave
reverse
at you.
power. He could
That's
Uno
big.
power card
That's a
you.
reverse.
No.
card.
What I'm saying is,
Draw four,
it's
bitch.
not the sending the drink that it is. It's knowing the order she loves.
Yeah, but no,
that's
but
the
Yeah,
move.
until he
Because
picks
reverse
it up
power
and
move.
even if he
drinks it.
goes and drinks it, she knows that you sent her favorite drink to you.
Yeah,
he
but
will grab it,
he'll-
drink it. Now he just power move the fuck out of
No,
you.
no,
He
no,
just
but
put his nuts on
He
the
goes.
table.
He goes and drinks it, and then cheers me. I walk over, drink his beer. Put it
Yes,
down.
yeah, okay. Then
Okay.
you reverse
The reverse,
power move.
reverse.
You got to hit
Oh
him with
my
the
God.
reverse power move. Now he's scrambling. Now what do you do with if you're him? The only power move left is
What
he's
if-
got to swing.
Bro, what if you-
he misses the punch? You swing back, knock him out. Now power move double down, draw
I
4.
don't-
He's on the ground.
So,
Skip.
skip, reverse,
Draw 2.
skip.
But
We-
Kyle, you also
we are
have
not
another
saying
power
fight
move
people.
in your pocket.
What's that?
Call your 3 hottest dudes.
Oh yeah,
Come to the bar, and then boom.
boom.
So I
That's
call
it.
you 3.
Yeah.
Thanks. Hey, big compliment.
Yeah,
right
yeah, I got
Thank you, thank you.
there. We call Snapchat filter Brian.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We call girl Brian over to the bar. Or no. Here's what you do. You bring Brian to the bar. You say, Brian, I need you right now. You get Brian to come to the bar. You take a picture, but you make sure that girl filter Brian is in the picture. You post it to your Snap story. You leave the bar. She's like, oh, where'd Kyle go? I just went to go say hi to this guy. She opens up the Snap story, sees girl Brian with you. She she panics. She freaks out. She doesn't know what to do. She probably texts you a few times at night. You don't respond. You go to bed. Actually, you turn your phone off. You turn that shit fucking off. You wake up the next morning. She's at your front door.
I
waiting for
don't
you.
know if that's a good scenario.
No, it's a great scenario.
I don't know if that's a good one.
Okay, bro, I want you guys to understand, like,
here's
I'm having a lot of fun. I'm not saying do all of this, but I will say that there is one serious thing. Don't do any of the cliche shit in your head that keeps you up all night thinking about it. Like, a lot of guys would be like, I don't even care that much when you're in this situation with another dude where it's like, it's not that big of a deal. If she's with you, just start saying cliches in your head. You're like, I guess it's just not meant to be. The real one wouldn't do that to me. Like, stuff. Don't do that. If you really like this person,
Pursue.
it's war. Like, this is what this is. This is what life has always been. It's like it's fight or flight.
I'm better than that dude. And I'm gonna.
That being said, we're not saying go and actually have a physical fight and assault somebody.
No,
a mental
but
war.
There is actually one of my favorite things is kill him with kindness. And what if you just actually let her notice you? You say, "Hey, how you doing?" And you get yourself invited to the dinner table,
dude. Power move.
If you get her to invite you,
I put my nutsack on that chair that we're sitting at. I'm instantly.
Okay, this is turning into a power moves discussion.
Hey,
let's get into the power moves.
1v1 me. Apex. Training grounds.
He turns out he's a
Kyle's like
she's the third in the lobby.
There's a Rocky like training montage of Kyle trying to get ready for this 1v1. He loses like 15-2.
Box me in Apex.
No, okay, so here's what you do on the power. Let's get into the power moves discussion here, okay? First, you go up to the table like Brian said. She invites you over because you kill him with kindness. Second power move that you can double down power moves, you get your plate, whatever you order, and you offer something to him. Be like, bro, you got to try this. Power move number 2. Because now he's like, wait, he's not even scared of me. In fact, he's going towards me. He's offering me his food. Then he's going to power move you. I know he will. He's going to say, nah, I'm good. Now he just power moved you, but that's okay.
No. That makes him
bros with him.
No. That makes him look like a bitch. If he doesn't accept my niceness and like offering him food, that makes him look like a bitch.
That's true if he does it a certain way. If he goes like, nah. If he like turns away, but he's like, oh no, you know what, dude? I'm like, he can turn it into a power move. If you're dealing with an assassin here, it's going to be a war, and you're going to have to be ready for every single counterattack. So what happens though, Brian, if he hits you with that power move? What do we do next?
He doesn't want food?
Yeah, but he does it in a good way that makes him look good.
What if
you
he's
turn?
Like, no, thanks, bro, I'm vegetarian.
You act perfectly fine with that. You turn and offer some to your girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now she gets
what if
some.
she also turns it down?
No. She
you're
won't.
down. You're down.
Fucked. You're fucked.
At that point,
leave the bar.
Leave.
If she turns it down, then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
No, then you just start talking and have a normal dinner. Worst case scenario that happens is you're having a dinner with 2 other people that just whatever. You just play it off like nothing's even phasing you on it and have a great time. But at the same time, you're throwing in little things here and there to let them know, hey, this is going to be my girl. And at the end of the conversation or at the end of the night, you got to have that conversation with her and see if your power moves actually took effect.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Okay. Other than seeing him at the bar. So let's just go back to
if you can find a way to walk her to her car without him while he's standing there getting ready to walk to his, if you get to walk her to the car instead of him, it's done. It's done.
Imagine.
That's it. Checkmate.
This would be so funny, dude.
Walk her to his car.
Dude, this would
walk
be so
him to
funny.
your car.
Hey, I'll see you later. Don't worry about
Bro,
it.
leave him with your 93 Civic and take his 2020 Tesla.
No, at that point, I just get up and drink his beer.
Yes.
And then we get in the fist fight.
I'm trying to think of like when flipping the table would be a power move.
Never.
I'm trying to come up with a
It's
scenario in my
It's
head.
never.
I think it can happen. I think there's a small chance. I'm just trying to figure out.
You
want to
know when flipping
I'm
the-
like Zach Galifianakis.
Do you want to know when
in
flipping the
the
table is a
fucking
power move?
Hangover.
It's when you piss him off enough to where he does it out of outrage.
Or you guys both flip it together. You
No,
leave
no.
without her. She's gone. Now you just double power
No.
moved her. You guys go out.
You got to think
together
about
as
you got to
boys.
think about the asshole side of it, right? You got to think about the complete backside where it's you get him to start being outwardly
An asshole.
assertive and him trying to blatantly do power moves when you're just showing kindness and she's going to get annoyed with his behavior because you're a good guy. You're already her friend. And now he's being a dick to her friend.
Power move.
So if he's being an asshole to you, if you're just kind to him and being a genuine good guy to him, and he's not handling it well and doesn't know how to handle it, which most guys do not know how to handle that. And,
Yes,
or
and you
would
can
not in
tell.
that
You can.
situation.
This is the other thing. You can tell when a guy is like feels like he's underneath you.
Or backed in a corner.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you can tell when they get defensive and stuff like that. And honestly, just keep being a good guy. Just keep throwing them for a loop. They're going to be wondering what the fuck's up with this guy. And then he might lash out a little bit, and you go, whoa. Like, you don't even have to say a lot. Just be like, whoa, okay. Like, you're good. And then
no, that's not power.
No,
move.
you don't have to be like, you're not
Oh,
backing
cute.
down.
Power
What
move.
you do is you,
Kiss him on the cheek. Power move.
Yes.
no, what you do is you
Power move.
don't back down. You don't apologize for anything or anything like that. You just go, whoa, okay. And then you turn and face her. So it's you facing directly at her now and going, okay, you're a dick. I'm leaving you alone. Now this conversation's just between the two of us. She witnessed him being an absolute dick to you when you were being kind. And now he's an asshole that just lashed out at somebody. And you have somebody right next to you that's actually being genuinely good to everybody around and a great time and everything else that previously on top of that.
I also think this is a good one. Offer the food, power move. He rejects, power move, reversal. Offer her the food, she rejects. Offer up a magic trick to pull the
Tablecloth?
the tablecloth while all the food stays on. If you can execute that power move,
Bro.
That's a 1 in a million chance.
Get
One in a
him
million
get him to
chance.
flip the table, right? Save the plate.
oh yeah, save her plate.
Save her plate, and then hold the plate
Start
for
a
her to
food
finish her
fight.
dinner.
So grab her
Actually,
plate.
no. You get on all fours. You put the plate on your back so she eats
Yeah,
it.
so she can
Jeez,
power
that is
move.
simping to the max.
No, that's just being a
Bro,
that's
that
being
is
a nice
simp.
guy.
Power
That
move,
is a
Brian.
That's
That
just-
is a
no, that's just
simp.
being a
Oh
nice
my
guy.
God.
Simp move.
Imagine hating being nice.
Yeah, fucking Brian.
Come on.
Jeez, dude. Don't you guys know I'm an asshole?
Well, Brian, I'm trying to figure out this situation where you can flip the table and
Okay,
still be
okay.
badass.
There's
You
no
wanna-
fucking-
Listen,
There's a
you
way.
You want to know how you flip the table? You plant a snake underneath and
No,
you flip the
you
table.
save the day.
Yeah.
Okay,
You plant a snake
you
underneath
hire-
the table.
You hire the biggest guy in the bar.
you hire
You say,
somebody.
Hey, go fight this one guy hitting on my girl, and then he fights him, and you're like, oh, I gotta stop this. So you stop the fight, saving the guy, but not after. You gotta let a few.
Oh,
bullets go.
yeah. You gotta let him
You
get
gotta let him
that
get a
fat
little
lip.
beat up.
Let him,
Yeah,
you know.
But you basically 1v2'd. So you're welcome.
Yeah.
Rip.
Save the day, flip a table here and there.
You hire somebody out front to like pass out right behind you guys' table. You'd be like, "Oh my god!" Flip the table for no reason, and then you go and try and save the guy. You save his life. She breaks up with that dude on spot. You walk out, probably get married like 3 months later.
Hire a Bills fan.
Hire a Bills fan.
Hire a Bills
fan. Oh, this is where it works. She's a Bills fan. You flip the table. Then
Bro,
you win.
Just jump. Don't even flip the table. Jump off the bar onto
the table,
and
then
break
flip it.
Break it in half.
I need a table flip is what I'm trying to get at here. Okay, you're dating a Bills fan. This is how you power move. You first of all, you get super drunk before the date even happens. Power move for a Bills fan. Then you go to the
For a
bar,
Bills
drink more. The only non-power move here in like a Bills fan situation, you just can't be you can't pass out.
Can't throw
You
up.
can do everything else but no, you can throw up.
As long as
it's
you
actually
rally.
badass
You can
as you
boot.
rally.
You can boot
for
and
a Bills
rally.
fan.
Well, okay, so you boot and rally.
You boot and rally for the Bills fan, and dude, I'm just gonna say, I feel like Bills Mafia has some fine ladies.
They do.
I feel like they do, and they know how to party.
They do.
They might have a few scars, a few nicks and bruises from jumping through tables, and then some that they can't explain from getting blackout wasted at the Bills game.
Yes.
But like they're still badass. You flip the table and then jump through it. Maybe the table's already flipped. Maybe he flipped the table. Then you flip it back over and then jump through it and add.
You're just trying to find a way to flip this table.
I just
so
really
bad.
want to flip the table. It's really what I just want to find.
Anyways,
a power
back to the real fucking thing of not flipping tables
Yeah, let's
and
get back to
crashing
it.
through 'em.
Yeah. Also, like, What do you do in that situation?
Okay. No. Let's get out of that situation.
Oh, out of the situation. Okay.
So let's just go back to the point of, like, she's dating other dudes and, like, we're in the talking phase. Like, you know, like, I'm not a jealous guy, but, like, if I ever, like, saw her somewhere with another person or something, a little bit of jealousy would kick in.
No,
if I knew.
I don't think you would really even care about her if it didn't. Like, this is a person that you obviously care about, you like, you've spent some time with, so it's like, yeah, it's going to be a kick to the dick, but what you have to understand is, what would you rather have? Would you rather have her be exclusively with you and then on the day of the wedding be like, I have cold feet, I don't know if I want to spend the rest of my life with this person?
True.
Or would you rather have her get it out of the way at the beginning? If you can withstand that phase where you know she's still dating and at the very end of it, she chooses you, you know for sure that she's locking down with you because she went through all that first.
True.
But when do you make that? Like, when do you pull that trigger to make it official between the two?
I kind of feel like you wait till she pulls the trigger. I think it also depends on how much you like the person.
And it depends on the relationship itself the person it is.
Let's say in a perfect world, this is the person that you're like, I could spend the rest of my life with this person. I really care about this person, but there's also some things that, you know, I have to go through first where she's still dating other guys. If it's in that perfect world, once again, it's a war. Like, this does happen a lot, and it is a war, and it's difficult, and you just got to hold your composure as long as you can, especially if it's somebody worth it. So, yeah, it's a little difficult, you know.
So
even if you like you said, it's a war. Even if it's a war, I feel like it still comes down to the person. You have to know the person you're pursuing well enough to know what, or how do you phrase this? You have to know the person you're pursuing in a way that tells you how to pursue them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, if it's like, if you see it with another guy and another guy's actively going for your girl and trying to take your girl from you, well, dude, it's not your girl yet. You haven't made it your girl. If you care that much about it to where you want to do something about it, make her your girl. Mm-hmm. And then you have the grounds to stand on to do that. Because until then, you just seem possessive, which could be a very bad thing.
When I'm
like, it's got to be between the two of you. That she knows she's your girl, and at that point, it's almost the equivalent of cheating, except for the fact that you haven't asked her, and until you asked her, there's nothing there. If you have enough of a strong feelings towards them to where you want to either act out, I'm going to say be possessive, even though it has a negative connotation. Be possessive or something along those lines where that's my girl, then you should have already, if not do it now, make the move of saying, hey, I want to make this between us a real thing. You need to have that conversation with them, because otherwise, you're just kind of twiddling your fucking thumbs, waiting for somebody else to take her.
I think what you're describing happens in a lot of these cases where it's like there is one instance or one moment where you try your best to hold like your love, your care in, and maybe you just cross the line one night. You're just like, dude, what the fuck? I don't know, whatever. Maybe you do see her talking at a bar, and you just like you let your emotions get the best of you. You just leave. There's a moment where something like that happens, where it's like, oh, this guy actually really does care about me, and now I'm at that decision phase.
Now that being said, you have to come to that decision with yourself.
Yeah.
Is this something I want to pursue? Because if so, I need to put a stop to this and have a conversation with her and go down that process. And this goes for both sides, men and women, whatever the relationship is between.
Men are stupid too. Men are just dumb. They don't even notice it sometimes.
It is.
Yeah.
We are dumb. But that being said, you have to be willing to have that conversation with them. Because if you're not willing to have that conversation with them and you say, no, I don't want to have that conversation, I don't want to make this exclusive, well, then you have to be okay with her dating other people.
Exactly.
There's no in between on it, because it's their choice. If they want to date other people, you have to respect that. But if they're willing to date you and you don't want them to date others, what the hell are you doing not making it exclusive?
Yeah.
I don't see how there's a gray area in this one topic.
It's not really a gray area. It's like a moment in time. That moment in time, sometimes it'll hit perfectly, sometimes it won't, sometimes it'll be a complete miss. But essentially what we're saying, we're both kind of arguing the same point here. At some point, there's going to come a moment where you have to be like, I'm putting my flag in the ground. This is what I want. And then you offer that to them. If they don't accept it, then it's time to hit the road.
And that I feel like that's what this moment is. Because what this is that awkward stage where you two are talking, you're getting deep in conversation, and you're really getting to know each other and stuff like that. And you're now you realize that they're dating other people. It turns to the question, okay, well, so what? What does that mean? What does that mean towards you? How do you react to that? If you care that they're dating other people, if you don't like that, that means you care about them more than what you probably thought you did, and it might be time to make a move and stop that. If you don't care at all about it, it's like, oh, yeah, that's fine, then you probably really didn't care about them, and you need to understand that that is what it is. They're going to see other people, and you're probably going to see other people, and you're probably not going to see that person for that much longer.
Not saying that I'm like this, but let's just say that maybe I have a toxic trait of like, I don't really want her to be dating people even though I don't care. Does that play into this?
You kind of got to put yourself in those shoes. Be like, what if I was dating a girl that I'm kind of indifferent about, but she was texting me, calling me all day, or not even that, but just being like, hey, you can't date other people. It's like, no, you don't want that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because at that point, if you're just talking to them and you're getting to know them, you're just friends.
True.
You're just friends at that point. She can have other friends.
The Raiders talked to John Elway at the draft.
It's true.
So it's like, you have to understand, like, there's going to be some areas where you're just like, there's going to be some areas where things could have gone differently, but thank God they didn't. That's kind of where you have to be at.
Gotcha.
I will say this, too. I don't know if you guys ever think about this. Especially when you know somebody for so long, you kind of think back to those early phases of dating and be like, they kind of acted a little differently here, they acted a little differently there. What I've noticed with people is when they're in the dating phase or just the talking phase, they're a lot different than when they're in the relationship phase.
They're trying to put their best foot forward.
Yeah,
and
it's a little different.
And not as much that. Like, they're trying to put their best foot forward, but also not trying to be as vulnerable.
A lot of people get hurt. You know, they get hurt and they don't want to go through it again.
Which is understandable and natural.
Yes. So I think some people get caught up in, well, I really do like this girl, but she does this trait or she has this tendency in the talking phase. It's like, I just want people, if anybody out there is going through this right now, that probably is a lot different when they're in a committed relationship with somebody they care about, and that could be you. So don't let one little thing that they're doing while they're dating prevent you from potentially entering into something that could change your life in a good way. I just would like to throw that out there because a lot of people get hung up on that.
Also,
I almost did.
Also, asterisks with that, see our red flags note. Or red flags. Also see
Do
that.
they eat hot Cheetos? Do they
drive
bad?
Do they drive a Nissan Altima?
Nissan Altima is a big one. That is. I forgot about that.
That was a big one.
Yeah. Just remember, did you
Show
order
up on
double
the
orange
date,
chicken?
You walk her to your car and she's driving a Nissan Altima. Just
politely reopen the car door for her and send her on her way.
Send her on her way. Honestly,
make sure you stay off the road for another 3 hours.
Yeah, don't get on the road.
For sure.
Don't get on the road.
Go back into wherever you just came from and just sit in there for a little bit.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. Do you have any other questions, Kyle?
Do you even want to know if they're dating other people?
That's another thing too, because you will.
That is a personal preference.
Yeah, sometimes you're staring into the abyss and you see you're like, I don't want to see this, but I'm gonna click on it anyway. That's happened to me a few times, and sometimes it's better to not know.
I like to be like stupidly blissful than like no because I think too much.
Well, here's the other thing. Like, again, if you care that much that they are seeing somebody else, shouldn't you do something about it?
It's not even that, Brian. It's just the fact that I know in my mind, my brain just fucking goes and like I can't stop it. So I would like to be stupidly blissful and just not know.
Is that something that's an issue with them or something that's an issue with you and needs internal work?
Well, it's probably an issue with me because I think too much. But yeah.
So I feel like that just falls under know yourself, know the other person, and proceed with caution.
True.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that
I would also just like to say before we end Grab My Bachelor this week that one day me and Carter need to just do a fucking 2-hour Bachelor segment where we just name off power moves, because that was the most electric time I've had in such a long time. Just going through my list in head of all the power moves that you could possibly pull.
You want it to be a mental warfare?
Yeah,
we got you.
It's kind of fun, to be honest. It's fun when you win.
Hey, go to the table, order 3 shots, drink 2 of them.
My
give her the
favorite.
third.
Slide the other one down the table.
No,
if you can
give
slide,
her the third.
I don't know if that's power move or
No.
like
You
nice.
go to their table.
Oh, go to their table.
Go to the table, order
go to the
3
table,
shots. You take
say
2.
3 shots. They put a shot down in front of all 3 of you. You take his shot and then your shot as she takes hers.
Now that I'm on the other side of the coin where I'm in a relationship, all the like sending things over move I've realized is not that big of a power move, because when you just drink whatever they bought.
I'm saying you already sat down for dinner.
See, like,
and the table orders a round of drinks.
Anytime you send something, though, it's just like it's almost
better yet, get him to order them.
Maybe that becomes a power move.
You keep ordering shots, and you know damn well I can outlast this guy.
Yeah, hey,
and you just keep on.
That's a
them.
long, drawn out power.
Wait.
Battle of nutrition.
You pay for his meal.
Fuck no.
No, that's not a power move.
No. I mean, like the check. No. The check comes. What I'm saying is the check comes, and you make it a point to take the check.
Brian,
listen,
I
dude,
like where your head's out, but that could turn so south so fast, because
it's all about how you play. It's all about how you play.
She could also be like, man, this guy's actually hitting on my other two.
Worst case scenario is you buy his dinner. He doesn't have to spend money. He takes your girl home, claps her, and like he got a free meal.
Listen, bro.
You have a credit card charge and girl.
Here we go. Ready? Show up to the table. You sit on his lap.
Power move.
Sit on the lips.
Yeah, just
go ahead.
That's bad.
Kick her
on the fucking lips.
Kick her out of the booth.
Yeah, just kick her out. Power move. She's like, oh my god, make out with the other guy.
Kick her out of the booth and just hit it off with the other dude and have a great time. You guys are now best friends. She's left in the dust.
Is this a power move? Sitting in the middle of the say you guys get a circled stall.
Around both of them.
Yeah, around both of them.
Yes.
Sit in the middle. Buy the large popcorn is the only one I can think where you buy something and it's big deal, because when you buy shit at the movies, that's crazy. I don't know why you'd go to the movies with you guys.
This was we brought this up a while ago, but if we're in a booth in a bar and you're doing the sit across from each other, that allows them to sit next to your girl. That's why I sit next to them. Suck it, Brian.
That's why I don't let him sit down at the table.
I'm still thinking about Brian sending him the meal. It's like, oh, fuck yeah. They go back, clap.
Bro, listen, that's
Brian
not how you don't pull that unless you know that she's not going home with him, but only with you.
No, Brian's just sitting at home, just like hand on his head, just looking at the ceiling like, I really bought that fool's meal.
Bro,
just clapping my girl.
Someone's going to be like, this is my last shot to get with her. Let me buy everyone's meal.
Shit.
And then they're gonna be so down after that.
That's like
they're gonna be like, well, yeah, we got a free meal.
That
That's
would be
kind of awesome.
so
And then
funny.
they just clap.
Hey, if that happens to you, please let us know. Please let us know. I'm not going to refund the meal. I'm not refunding the meal, but I will
find
laugh.
you on Instagram and be like, yo, thanks for the meal, by the way.
Bro, it's literally,
Thanks for
if
the
he
meal.
does that, he just power moved you twice. He just power moved you 3 times, clapped your girl, he ate his steak,
Listen,
and
dude,
he sent you an
Send you a picture of your girl passed out in the bed. And then,
thanks for dinner tonight.
Thanks for the meal, by the way.
Fucking
Bro, he just triple dog power moved you.
just FaceTimes you during the act.
Oh, dude, no, that's just fucked up.
That's fucked up.
Come on, we're not there.
Brian, it could work, but it's the same energy as if you send like a $500 donation to like Pokimane, like expecting something in return. Same energy. It's just like, maybe this works. It never works.
It never works.
Never send your streamer more than like $5. I send my streamers $5. I say thank you for your time. Thank you for your service. There you go. That's all you need.
Yep.
That's all you need.
Dude,
Maybe you buy the tip. The tip, maybe.
Tip
is
just the
kinda-
tip. Just the tip.
25%?
Just
no,
the tip.
you tip the hot
Brian,
waitress.
I get the just a tip joke.
You do the 25% one though. You go up and above a little bit.
I'm just picturing him FaceTiming you on her phone.
Dude, I just
and
picture.
he's like, you're like, oh yeah, FaceTime.
I
You open it up and it's just, she's just going hard on your.
Bro, you
I'm
just
just
open up.
picturing-
Hey, how you fuck.
She texted you from her phone like, "Yo, I didn't know your number. I just want to thank you for the free meal."
He just owned you, and so I'm just picturing sad Brian just sitting on his couch, just like,
bro,
just
listen.
sitting there like
the
this.
only time you buy the meals is when it's a, hey, sorry, you brought her to dinner. I'm taking her home though.
Yeah, you really
you do
have
it like
to,
it's got to be locked in.
It's
got to be like a
If
lock.
you know he's staying at the bar, like, "Hey, I got the meal. Don't worry."
Yeah, like if he's given up and he's already started like scouting the bar for other suitors, that's when it's like, yeah, dude, you're good. I'll pay for the meal. You just go ahead and go play. You just send him away. Go play. Go play in the ball pin.
I'm just like, that'd just be so funny, dude. Just, oh my god. All right.
Listen, bro, I'm not gonna buy some schmuck
No, I know,
meal.
I know what you're saying. I'm just picturing it if it just happened the other way. How bad,
yeah,
it'd
bro,
be.
that would be horrible.
Oh man.
Listen, dude, don't do that. It's got to be damn near 100%.
Yes. All right. Well, that should just
And that's just being nice to the other fucker.
Yeah. All right. Well, that should just about do it for the Grab My Bachelor segment of the show. We're gonna head into the Raise Energy to end it. All right. Here we are, boys. Raise Energy question now with the boys. I walk in. I see one of my boys sitting up there getting ready to be sentenced, getting ready to go to trial for something. What did any of my podcast boys do here to be on trial?
Wyatt, I did this thing today where I gave you a call, and it made me realize that if you ever went on trial for anything, it would be excessive road rage because you were driving at that time. You were just talking, and all of a sudden I hear, "Holy fuck, you fucking idiot, you son of a!" And you started cussing out this driver, and then we're perfectly fine after. It was like night and day. Like somebody literally just flipped a switch on you, bro. Excessive road rage. That shit's gonna get the best of you.
Yeah, it's almost happened a few times. Honestly, so my thing was, because most of my jobs I've ever had have been driving a lot, and when I used to drive in Clovis to clean pools. I was like, oh, drivers don't really bother me that much. It's not a big deal. Whatever. I get cut off all the time in Clovis. Not a big deal. It's a little bit different when you've got gigantic trailer parts on the back of your flatbed truck and some idiot in a Lexus cuts you off that you can't stop and you're trying, but you can't. And then you start to think about, I've seen a lot of shit happen on Highway 99. I've seen some terrible things on Highway 99. Then the mind starts turning a little bit.
I said you would get in a bar fight and it would go horribly wrong.
Like just fucking...
I would say you just get angry.
Why
like
are you
you
just getting in
pop off,
fights?
Yeah.
get in a bar fight, and then it would just go
Getting in
horribly
fights right
wrong.
here.
Like you punch a dude and he like hits his head against the bar and knocks out.
Oh, just like gets horribly injured?
Oh, yeah, just one of those unlucky circumstances where
that would
his
be
head
bad.
hits something a little too hard.
I've had a nightmare that happened to me. I had a nightmare once that happened.
It's honestly like one of the scariest things if you get into a fight. It's not how hard you hit the person or how much damage you do. It's what the ground does to them when they fall.
Yes. Okay. Carter, you got one?
Kind of want to go the gambling route.
Oh, no.
And
Oh,
you
my
try
God,
to jinx
dude.
the shit out of every single game.
Dude, I had to. Okay. $30 parlay on all underdogs this playoff, and I was 13 seconds away from turning $30 into $1,050, and the Bills didn't squib kick it, and I lost it at the final second.
Tragic.
I had every other underdog. Bengals won, Rams won, and what was the other one? AFC. No.
Bengals,
the
Rams.
Oh, and 49ers won.
Yep.
So I had all of it ready to go, and all I needed was the Bills, and they were 13 seconds away, and they couldn't pull it off.
Tragic.
So
I would
yeah,
just
that
say
was
some illegal gambling.
Just some
Bro,
illegal, yeah.
not even illegal gambling. You jinx so hard that the fucking mob comes after you.
Yeah,
they said you're fixing games.
Yeah, I'm on trial, not at like an actual courthouse. I'm in like some basement somewhere.
Oh, fuck. Basement trial.
Yeah, they're doing like a basement trial, and I just get shot. Yeah,
Nice.
I could see that. I could also see that.
I get
Kyle,
You want to do all me?
or do you have one?
Oh, yeah. So Carter's going to trial for accidentally snapping LeBron's leg.
Oh yeah. I could see that.
Listen,
Yeah.
dude.
You're stretching him out a
Bro,
little
you
bit, and
stretch-
you just accidentally snap his leg a little bit.
It's not his fault.
you
He's got really tight hammies.
know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not his fault.
I also have you just going straight to the fucking courthouse for indecent exposure.
Indecent exposure.
Too much thigh.
Because he wears a
went
short
fly
shorts.
with the short shorts.
They pull you over like, bro, that is not legal.
That is too short.
Be like, hey, you can't be wearing tighty whities.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I feel that. I actually had almost the same thing. Mine wasn't even a charge because I didn't know indecent exposure was a charge, but that was mine. Was like Carter's just, it looks like he's naked, but he's not. He's wearing clothes. His shorts are just way shorter than everybody else's.
See, indecent exposure.
When you got legs like that, you got to work them.
You do.
100%.
You do.
And like he tries to do to
But
Braun.
the
and then
United States government, they're,
That's why they
indifferent.
brought the whole biceps are the cool because they want to keep you away from the legs.
Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Bullshit.
It's bullshit.
legs for days.
Legs 2022.
Brian, you want to start off with Troy?
Oh yeah, I got one for Troy. I said Troy would be on trial because he for falling and breaking a very expensive piece of public art.
Yeah, because Troy cannot walk.
Troy doesn't know how to walk in a straight line.
He
will literally walk into a street sign. We've seen him walk into a street sign.
One time early on in one, he was on a date with this girl, and he was like, "Hey, bro, come with me," because it was like an event she was throwing, and he was like, I just try not to embarrass myself. We were eating ice cream on the side of the road. He stands up, turns, directly walks into a stop sign, face first, right in front of her. And then he just sits down. He's like, I fucking hate myself. It was so funny, dude. I was crying. Yeah, so I can see that. Kyle, you got one for Troy?
Public nudity. He just gets too hyped and then takes his clothes off.
I had mine. Yeah.
Way too
Anything
hyped.
where Troy just goes excessive in one direction
Yes.
is always believable.
And Troy's never cared about being naked.
No.
No.
Actually,
Dude
really
is-
enjoys it. So, yeah.
We've seen Troy naked like way too many times, and we've all been friends longer than we've been friends with Troy, and I've never seen you guys naked. I've seen Troy naked like 7 times.
True.
yeah.
He
I
just
can see
like,
him naked in a
Fuck you.
fountain.
yeah.
He won't tell me at gunpoint naked.
Oh, dude, we got to tell that story on the pod one day.
Oh god.
That's a cliffhanger.
That is hilarious.
We're not going to tell that story yet, but we will tell that story.
That's
on
one
the
for
pod.
down the line. You guys have to really press
Dude,
for that
I
one.
forgot about that.
That was
Bro, I
hilarious.
didn't. I've only been held at gunpoint 2 times in my life, and that's one of them.
Dude, that was so
That
fucking
was
funny.
hilarious.
I actually had Troy, like, he's on trial for something that won't get him, like, in prison, but he will definitely get fined. He's going to have one of those, like, Toyota Supra-looking cars, but he's just going to have mad anime shit on it, and his horn is going to be like, oh, yeah, like something like that. And he's going to have some sort of, like, citations on either the...
Public indecency.
because it'll be like boobs, anime titties, and then he'll have like some sort of like tinting. It'll be
It'll
windows,
probably be
two
like
tints.
the octopus tinting on the side.
Yeah,
like 2
hey,
months.
yeah.
He got in trouble for a noise violation.
Oh yeah, that too,
The horn
probably.
was too loud.
Horn too loud and just completely. Imagine him being
just going-
mad. Yeah, you're mad. He hits the fucking horn.
Imagine it's so high pitched it like shatters windows.
Oh gosh.
It just shatters a bunch of windows.
100%. I won't ask Carter to do one for Troy.
I kind of just like went on with you guys.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. You only So
It's-
let's get into Kyle.
yeah.
Or is it Kyle or Brian?
Either one.
But
of
there's
you.
both of us still.
Okay,
Do mine.
let's do it. Brian, go first.
Oh, Kyle, easy. Drunk in public.
Yeah.
Because when Kyle gets drunk, this dude gets kicked out of places.
He's actually...
This dude gets money thrown at him. This dude literally gets kicked out onto the street, and he is laughing his ass off, barely walking in a straight line.
There's been too many times.
The dude,
where-
when he gets drunk, he doesn't get sick. His knees just give out.
His
A
knees just
cop's
give
gonna
out.
drive by and be like, dude, how fucking shitty are you? And Kyle's like, I only had 3 beers.
There's a moment in any night that we go
Way
out
more
with
than
Kyle, and let's be clear here. Kyle's very fun to go out with.
Oh, yeah.
There's just a moment in time where he looks like he's fine. It looks like he's just having a great time, and then he
And
stands,
spiral.
and then you see his legs wobble, and you're like, oh fuck,
You're like,
and
yeah.
then that's when you know. So
jeez.
that was also mine. I was gonna say pissing outside. I've never seen him do it, but I just think that if he got drunk enough,
I feel really
he would do
freed
that.
when I piss
That's
outside, so, yeah.
what is that one? That is a
Public indecency.
public indecency.
I don't know if it's public indecency
Or-
because that is considered a sexual act. So that actually goes as a
Peeing is a
Yep.
sexual act.
that actually I want to say goes as a sex offender.
That is nuts.
No
Tragic.
way.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
crazy.
From my that's
Actually,
my
I
understanding
feel like
of
I've
it.
heard that.
Where it's like if you
What
get
the-
caught peeing in public, you can't go within so many yards of school.
Okay. All right.
that's
well, we
tragic.
got that one. Carter, do you have one for Kyle?
I had pretty much what Brian's was just being too drunk.
Gosh,
in
Kyle, how
public.
drunk do you get?
Well,
All
I
of
don't
us
get
said
drunk
it.
very often.
We didn't talk
when I
about
do, I get blasted.
I just like drunk Kyle.
Yeah.
It's
Drunk
fun.
Kyle.
It's a good
just
time.
makes sense.
Drunk
It's so
Kyle's a
fun.
mood.
Drunk Kyle.
It's so
with, like,
fun.
the cop.
I can't do 24 hours of drunk Kyle.
No.
But
Yeah.
for a night, it's a damn good time.
We learned that. We learned
Yes,
that.
24
my
hours drunk is never good.
Yes. Okay, Brian.
Yes.
I had one thing that came up from Brian.
Oh, no.
I don't know why it came up.
What did
so
I do?
Brian, you can explain. Money laundering.
I do not work in a financial business. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, I actually had for Brian. Now, if you know Brian well enough, you know that he is extremely forgetful.
Oh,
like
fuck,
very
yeah.
forgetful.
I think I still have a ticket to pay.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It was going to be unpaid tickets, whether it's parking or like getting pulled over, whatever the ticket is.
I got pulled over. It was a speeding ticket.
Like I could see him getting pulled over. He gets the ticket. Then like 6 months later, he gets pulled over, and then they are like, "Bro," or however many years, 6 years later, they pull him over. He had an outstanding warrant. They take him in. I could see that happening because Brian's just forgetful. He just forgets.
It's not an issue. I thank you for reminding me. I actually need to go pay that ticket.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
thank you for reminding me. It's just I'm forgetful. I have no issue paying it. I just
Or jury duty,
forget
maybe.
it. Yeah, no.
For getting to call in or something.
Yeah, no. My boss reminds me about that one.
Yeah, yeah.
So Brian's like notorious for being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's
or like,
also
that's-
true.
or like
I'm
doing
pretty
shit
bad
like
at
that. So I put Brian's trying to stop a robber just to accidentally get caught with the money in his hand instead of the robber.
Yes, yes.
Oh fuck me.
Like you get the money from him,
like
you're
an
like I got the
accomplice?
money, and then the fucking cops tackle you.
Brian's like, remember Drake and Josh, the theater thug? Do you guys remember that episode where the theater thug looked just like Josh?
Yeah.
So, like, every single time the theater thug would be, like, on the loose, and then they'd see Josh, and the cops would just immediately arrest him, even though it wasn't him.
No, it wasn't.
That's Brian. Brian would have something like that happen to him.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a Brian thing. We call it Brianisms. It's like going to McDonald's and not getting a bottom bun.
Bro, that is I fucking hate that shit.
That's so fucking funny.
It's so you
Fucking hate
though.
that
It
shit.
makes me laugh.
All right, boys. Well, that should just about do it for episode 70 of the Grab My Banner podcast. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in as always, and we can't wait to get more information on Maggie and the 9v9 mode. Also, our baby Olympus coming back. We're ready for it. Olympus Army, stand up. We are going to catch you guys next week for episode 71. See
See ya.